welcome to the inaugural edition of Festival of Marketing. We have Ms. Roshni Das with us. So Roshni, what I would like to know from you is that India is shining bright even when there's a global slowdown that is said. So what do you think, what is the prediction of yours on the marketing spends outlook? Will the marketing budgets be restrained, or will we see a growth in the marketing ad spends?
You're right on the fact that India is a bright spot. I run Asia Pacific Japan marketing, and India is going to be a country that's going to continue to grow simply because of so much of digitization happening in the country. Regardless of whether the budgets stay flat or grow, I think most marketers are going to have to prove value. But that's still going to be a lot of focus. Show efficiency, show growth, show value. We will continue to invest in a market like India, but the joy of being in a market like India is that the digital mediums are so rich. There is so much more to do as a marketer. There is an ability to work through different mediums and still get a lot of ROI.
Secondly, we have seen that digital has become a main line in today's date. But we still have legacy medias like television, print, and even OOH, which have seen a rise in the previous year, in the coming, and in this year as well. So what do you think, that what does it look like, that will we see an increase in the legacy media, or will we see a replenishing of this legacy media due to its digital advancements?
Traditional legacy media like TV, print, out of home are also innovating. They're innovating from the point of the fact that they know most consumers now want engagement. So I think as long as mediums like these continue to add a bit of interactivity in, for instance, an out of home that has a QR code, an out of home that's contextual. Same with TV, right? When we're advertising, I think it's moved from regular ads to more experiential, message-led content on TV. So if that happens, I think there is still room for it to stay flat, I would say. But I would say there's definitely going to be shifts and increases in the digital mediums. We believe at Intel that there is a lot of representation that comes from user-generated content, social media content, influencer content, and more moment marketing has become really critical and important because we can find so much representation. So we have been investing much more in driving our focus on interactivity through digital. And second is we do find the medium very, very measurable. And I think as marketers have to prove more and more ROI across the mediums they choose, this allows us a little more measurability, a little more listening, a little more contextualization as we choose mediums.
Okay, so as we spoke about technology coming over and it's making our lives much more easier, how do you see marketer and agency relationships change due to generative AI nowadays? Like, what are the conversations that are revolving around? Because naturally things are changing. So what is your take on that?
I don't think we have an option really to not embrace AI or generative AI. I think the faster we can unlearn what we know today and learn what's coming, the faster we're better equipped. My conversations with agencies are the same. Today there's an amazing amount of AI tools that can actually help bring in efficiency, more automation, which means that the agencies have the ability, and so do marketers, to do more insightful work. I was just at the panel and I was talking about the difference between content creation and creativity is still going to be emotion. It's still going to be human judgment. So I think AI has got a good role to play in those. So 3-4 takeaways that I tell my teams: learn, unlearn quickly. Second is, as you work with AI, ask the right questions, because when you ask the right questions, when you have the right inputs, the output's going to be better. And I think our agencies have been really fantastic. They are using new tools. For instance, we're using AI in platforms like e-commerce, where you have to change creatives really quickly. We're using generative AI in social mediums, where we can listen faster and personalize content and creative faster. And then, of course, there's the ability to adapt creative for local nuances and regionalization. So I think there's going to be disruption, but there's a lot of opportunity as well.
So in marketing, sustainability has also become a major goal that marketeers are looking forward with. So there's more than purpose. Now it's woke washing that has come. People really want to know what is happening. How do you maintain authenticity and credibility in terms of consumers when it comes to sustainability, and how can a marketer makes a difference to it?
Yeah, I think you mentioned woke washing. It's very important for brands to stay authentic. If you're going to do sustainability as a trend, or for something that is leveraged in the short term, I would say you're going to do it at your own peril because the consumer is unforgiving. So I think if we are going to look at sustainability, for instance in Intel, if we look at our product stack, our 13th generation processors today are 43 more energy efficient than the previous generations, or our 4th generation Sapphire Apple Xeon products have 2.2x energy efficiency as well. So at a product level, brands need to make that change to be more sustainable. That's one. We are net positive on water. We are looking to serve and save, like India and US save and conserve about 12 billion gallons of water. So I think one part of sustainability is how much are you infusing it in your product narrative, and how consistent can you stay with that. The second part of sustainability is also, I was talking about it, is green advertising. Do we need to spend so much money on campaigns, production budgets, people, and build a carbon footprint versus leveraging the voices on ground, small or time relevant messages that can go in through social influencers. So there are ways to look at sustainability. I think it's here to stay. Brands are going to have to make that balance between product led and longer term greater good for the company and for our people.
My last question to you would be that any words of wisdom or any piece of advice you would like to give our young audience and young marketers who are coming up?
Words of wisdom makes me sound really old, but hey, I think a few things. One is, like I said, embrace the change. There's a lot of digital disruption on the journeys. Embrace it and see how you can add mutual value to the consumer. Keep learning. I mean, it's a great time to be a marketer. Learn, unlearn, play with tools. Third, add value back. I mean, we are in a time of ROI-driven world. We're in a hybrid world. See how best you can add value to your company, your shareholders, and to the consumer, and then of course enjoy the journey of being a marketer.
Thank you, Roshni. Thank you so much for your time. It was lovely meeting you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me
for
this impromptu session.